Hey everyone, you are in the right place. We are Mark and Hyeshin from Fishing Reminder. In this special episode, we are taking you on a fishing and camping adventure right here in my home country, South Korea. It's a bit different from our usual videos. There are lots of ways to have a good time camping and fishing in Korea. You can find all sorts of cool camping gear and spots all over the country. We also checked out a big show with all the latest camping stuff right here in Korea. They had everything from fancy tents to super sleek camper vans. A dream comes true for any camper. Now, if you are just like us, visiting and wanting to fish and camp right by the fishing spots, we've got some tips based on our own experience here. We will show you just how budget-friendly and fun this adventure can be. We headed to a fishing spot by the Han River, right in the middle of Seoul, with the busy city all around. We got our fishing gear ready and try out some new camping stuff we picked up in Korea.
We just arrived at Hyeshin sister to pick up our new camping gear that we ordered online. So now that we loaded up our new camping gear, and before we start our camping trip, we're gonna show you guys my new favorite shop to fill up our bellies a little bit before camping, and then we're gonna go to a supermarket to buy some bait. All that stuff here for a non-English speaker is quite difficult. Everything is in Korean, and of course no one speaks English around here, so
Later, we will tell you what these are for.
essential for pitching a tent. And let's go and buy some corn. And
Some nice yummy stuff.
so this stuff here is all dried squid, and I think besides making a really good snack, it's also good for bait probably. Get a few more snacks. Look at those things. Okay, we're done with the shopping and got our bait and snacks, and now we're gonna go to my favorite burger chain, the No Brand Burger, to fill up our bellies a little bit for the camping trip. And I love the No Brand Burger slogan. It says, why pay more? It's good enough. So it's just good enough. So what a slogan. And then I also like this bacon burger here. It says, too much bacon. So almost like don't buy it, it's got too much bacon. But I'm gonna buy this anyway. Why pay more?
Very reasonable price.
Why pay more? It's just good enough. And we got way too much bacon. Here we got too much bacon. Let's give that a try. Oh, check that out. It's definitely too much bacon. Definitely good enough. Okay, so now the tummy is full. That's actually exactly how you say it in Korean. Which pe means stomach and bolayo means full. So that's how they say it. Pe, bolayo.
배불러요.
Oh. God, this thing this annoys the crap out of me. I want to share with you guys my favorite coffee shop that I discovered here. So yep, let's stock up with some coffee, because you know you need some caffeine if you want to go fishing, right? And Haitian's got an iced coffee, eh?
Ice American.
Ice Americano.
Uh-uh.
All right, now we're all set. Let's go fishing, Haitian. Okay, the first thing is we're gonna have to figure out the way to the campsite. Use the navigation here. Luckily we have access to Haitian's daddy's car here. So we can use that to get around in Seoul, which is quite nice. We've been using it last time we were here in 2019 as well, so I'm somewhat used to driving here in Seoul already. So we got the navigation set. Hi, Hyeshin.
Yes.
So we'll be camping in a very urban area as well. We chose a campsite at the Han River that we're gonna be camping at. So right next to the river, right next to a spot where you can actually go fishing. But
This is a council camping place by the Han River.
yeah, similar like to a council campground in Auckland, a Seoul campground here. Let's drive to this campsite and hope we get there alive. Okay. All these left turns, they kind of freak me out, because you never know if you have to wait for a green arrow or if you can turn left and have to yield for the oncoming traffic. it's a bit difficult to figure out here. So guys, a couple of days ago we went to a big camping expo here at this Kintex building that's over there. We're just driving past it now. I'm just going to show you a couple of clips of that expo now.
Let's have a look. It's an international camping and outdoor gear festival. We paid about 8,000 Korean won, it's about $6 for the admission. We are keen on checking out tents for our quick camping trips in Korea, and we are also curious about Korean-made campers.
Alright, let's check out the camping expo. Our mission is to find the ultimate tent for hiking and for car camping. But hold your phone, most of the tents here are more like luxury penthouses. Super spacious, ultra comfy, and not exactly what you call backpack friendly. But who cares, right? They look amazing. Canvas tents are all the rage in Korea right now. And some even come with a built-in wood burner. How cozy is that? And then there are these huge inflatable tents with not one, not two, but 3 rooms, including a master bedroom. It's like the Ritz-Carlton of camping. But imagine the time it would take to set up these bad boys. Well, next up, we're diving into Korean camper vans and caravans. And let me tell you, these beauties are ultra futuristic. They are jam-packed with innovation, and the best part, they're still quite affordable. Our Kiwi vans are pretty cool, but these Korean ones, they are the ultimate in luxury and manage to maximize every square inch of space. Check out the interiors. We're talking pure yet simple luxury here. Fancy flooring, elegant wooden decor, and endless bedding options. It's like glamping on wheels, and it's quite fabulous.
So neat. Gosh, it's totally different. Looks so cool. 귀여워. 좋네.
We also like these smaller pop-up camper vans. They looked very flash and comfortable to me. I like the old camper van here. It's got that Mad Max vibe and it's just dripping with awesomeness. I don't think that was for sale though. So last but not least, the gadgets. While nothing revolutionary popped up, this inflatable paddleboard kayak combo caught our eye. It comes with a pedal drive. Man, we'd love to take that baby out for a fishing adventure. It looks really cool. Good quality too.
Go straight.
Alright guys, we arrived at the park where the campground is. We're just trying to figure out how to get to the campground.
Oh, this truck maybe. You can hop on the public transportation, either subway line 6, or there's a bus that drops you right at the entrance of the campsite. 캠핑장 here. Nanji 캠핑장.
Here's camping장. Okay, here's a parking area and here's the campground. Nanji camping ground.
Nanji.
Nanji. We made it to the campground. So we cannot drive into the campground. We have to leave the car here at the car park. And then we have to first find out now how that works. And then take our camping gear to the campsite that we booked. So the campsite here costs around 25 New Zealand dollars per night. And unfortunately on top of that we have to pay for the parking here on this part. So that's another $10 a night or so. So hope the previous part wasn't too boring for you. We wanted to show you a little bit of Korea and some of the culture, even though it was my favorite burger restaurant and not a Korean restaurant. But let us know in the comment if you thought it was a bit boring or if you want to see some more of those explorations that are not only camping and fishing. But here we are now. Here's the camping ground. That's what camping grounds look like in Korea. That's the entrance. Okay, so they got our name already on their list, so that's good. Koreans love tags around their arms. Always get a nice little tag.
Pinky.
Okay, so the cool thing here in Korea at those campsites, they give you a little trolley. You can chuck all your camping gear in there and troll it and take it from the car to the campsite. So that's kind of convenient, I think. Don't have to carry everything. The Koreans always think of everything. Okay, it's pretty warm here, so that's nice. It's 26 degrees. After this cold winter temperatures in the southern hemisphere, I'm quite happy to be in the summer here. Got the toilet blocks here, got showers here, got free Wi-Fi here. There's also a shop at the front. Rubbish collection. Yeah, we got some sort of dish cleaning area here, so that's pretty good. Drinking water fountain, some more dish cleaning over there. So yeah, no cooking facilities, but that's not a worry because we got everything we need with us. We got a little jet boil, a cheap version of a jet boil from Kmart in New Zealand. And then there's a way through to the Han River, which is on the other side. Okay guys, so this is our campsite here. Make ourselves at home right here. It's not too bad. I thought we don't have any grass around us, but we actually got a nice grassy area, and we got this wooden platform where we can pitch the tent on. Oh yeah, there's the power too here. You even get power for 20 bucks a night. That's pretty good. Yeah, like I said, we're in a very urban area. Like just out there you can see the skyscraper still in the background, and the motorway is not far from here, but it's not too bad. So now we're gonna unpack our new tent that we bought, our little cheapo tent, and we're gonna set this up here and see if we can actually stay in that one. I'm not so quite sure. Welcome to our ultra cheap tent here. We have a very similar tent in New Zealand, or used to have one. So those pegs are pretty useless on the wooden floor. Let me show you what that is, what we bought earlier, because I didn't know that before. You guys might know that. Let me know in the comments if you've seen those before. Those are a special type of peg that you can use on wooden decks when you pitch a tent on wooden decks, which is quite common here. So the way those work, so you just push them through the deck and turn them around.
Holder.
And then you can attach the tent straight here like that. They got like a little anchor point here on the bottom side, so where you anchor it in and screw this side in.
It was like only $3 for 4 of them.
Okay. And what do you think about our cheap tent? Would you buy a cheap tent like this? We could have, of course, bought like a tent for like $500 as well. Much better quality than that, but you know, a cheap tent like this does the job as well. What do you guys think about that? Okay. Quite easy. So those nets are actually quite good. I'm happy with this. Actually don't want to clip them together. I have to put space between them. This Hyeshin snores like hell. I was gonna bring everything over from New Zealand, but then I would have to fly with it from New Zealand to here, from here to Germany, and all the way back. Because we got our parents living in Korea and in Germany, we're gonna stash some camping gear in Korea, stash some camping gear in Germany, and then of course have our base in New Zealand. So we don't have to fly with everything around the world every time we want to go camping in a different country.
So we bought everything pretty much like $150 altogether also?
Yeah, the whole camping setup, we paid $150 including the shares. Just normal cheap camping chair. What's that?
Butter smoke?
Butter squid. Alright guys, so check this out. We got another very Korean thing here. It's called a chame. It's a fruit that you can buy here in Korea. Check this out.
But very sweet.
So it's more like a honey melon, right?
Yeah, try.
Yeah, so you don't see those chame anywhere in New Zealand, for example. I wonder if you can buy them anywhere else in the world. So if you're watching from maybe the US or something, have you seen those fruits in your local supermarkets? In Germany, I'm sure you can't buy them. I've never seen them. New Zealand, never seen them. Australia, never seen them. Must be a Korean specific thing. Nevertheless, they're very tasty. Very sweet. Okay, this is the glamping section here.
You get to have a barbecue and then tables and the bed and everything. Kitchen inside.
Yep, proper glamping setup here. Turns out we booked the most expensive site. The other sites without the deck and power, they are only like $15 per night. And there's a convenience store at the campsite. So they come ready-made, just have to put hot water in the pot there.
They all non-alcohol. I don't think they sell beers anyway.
It's a pretty well-stocked little convenience store here. Buy everything we need except beer, but we're not planning to drink beer anyway, because we want to go fishing. What's that, Hyeshin?
It's energy drink.
Do you think if you drink an energy drink in the evening, you're going to be able to sleep afterwards?
I can. Look.
Okay, so here's the barbecue area that you can use as a day user. You can rent those barbecue tables here and come here with a group. So we've seen all of the campsite. Now let's have a look at the river finally, if we can find a fishing spot here. But they don't have poisonous snakes in Korea, do they? Okay, we found the fishing spot, I think. Looks like this is where everyone is fishing now. Spot seems quite popular here. So the friendly fisherman earlier suggested we should look under some rocks to find some worms. So we just looked under not under the rocks, but under those dead leaves and got some nice worms. So I'm trying to make a running rig here, similar to the carp rigs. I don't have a bead, but I found these kind of things. They work really good. You can put them over the one swivel here. So I got a hook at one end, then I got a little bit of length, and then I got a swivel. Then I put like this protector thing over the swivel. Put another swivel with a clip, and I will clip my weight onto that one, just like that. So now we got a running sinker on that line. Just gonna put another swivel on this end, and that goes on to the main line then. But this is our rig for fishing with our worms. Now we're about to go fishing, but my rod's here. Worms and all sorts of stuff. But guys, check out the sunset. It's really nice. Really red sun here. Setting behind the bridge. It looks almost like we're in Korea.
Dead or alive?
Still alive. The question is, will the worm come off in the water or not? I don't normally fish with worms, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing.
Very sensitive this bell there.
A little bit too lengthy. What do you think? Well, everybody, we're not having much luck. Hey, Hyeshin,
No fish tonight.
what's happening? We fished for about 2-3 hours, 2.5 hours. So the worms didn't work. So I'm wondering if maybe the worm rig I'm using is wrong. I might have to do a bit of research.
Eat some late dinner and then have a good sleep in our new tent. Back in 2019, we managed to reel in a couple of bass on the Han River's opposite side bank and even landed a massive carp on the Dongho Bridge. Check out our old video from 2019. I will provide the link in the description.
Good old Kmart storm cooker. Well, good morning. It's the next morning. We went to bed pretty late last night, around midnight, after eating a lot of noodles. Unfortunately, it was a little bit cold during the night, so we need some sleeping bags. Anyway, we gotta have to head off around 9. Now it's 7. So got my bass rod here. I'm just gonna do a few more casts with some soft baits and see how we go. I got one of those worm jig heads here, worm hook jig heads. From last time fishing here, I still got some of those bass lures. Those are like kind of different types of worms, made by Zoom and Live Impress. Never heard of those
companies before, but yeah, just gonna chuck on one of those worms here. I think you're supposed to make it weedless by pointing that top hook a little bit into the soft bait. And the bass grabs it and will still come down, but it won't get snagged. So yeah, let's try that as a weedless hook and give it a few casts.
Well guys, I gave it my best. No fish. So I have to go back to camp now because we have to leave at 9. Although I've been seeing lots of fish swimming around here. What I think are barbels, sort of a carp type of fish. There were also some carp jumping on the surface here. So yeah, that's about it. I'll have to get back and call it a defeat. Okay, so that's the end of our camping trip, and I don't think we'll be coming back here in a hurry. I couldn't sleep very well at all because the motorway is just behind the campsite and it was so noisy all night long. Could you sleep?
I could sleep.
Hyeshin could sleep. Probably the Korean brain is adjusted to traffic noise. Got a coffee with a little snack, and we will now have to continue this fishing story on another day.
Next part of our adventure, it gets even better. We drove about 1 hour and a half from Seoul to a hidden spot near Changpyeong. It's a free camping area is tucked away by the Bukhan River.
Now for the first camping experience here in Korea, it was okay, it was a good experience.
Very well organized.
Campsite is well organized here and everything is easy to do. I hope you enjoyed this little camping and fishing adventure. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to catch a fish. It was still good fun, and catch a fish at the next campsite. Fingers crossed. Stay tuned. See you soon.